It's about raising a toast to the newfound relations as far as trade is concerned between India and US. The possibilities are now just about growing for several factors. The Prime Minister is going to be meeting chief executives of American firms at the White House, and they're going to discuss a whole host of topics. Top business leaders, including the CEOs of Boeing, Amazon, as well as Google, they're going to be present at that meeting. What can we expect over there? Here's a report.
There will also be a number of industry leaders, corporate leaders from India as well as the US. We know that at yesterday's state dinner, Mukesh Ambani was present over there. Anand Mahindra was present over there. You had Sundar Pichai from Google. You also had Satya Nadella from Microsoft. So in all likelihood, these corporate leaders are also going to be present. At the White House, there will be issues related to artificial intelligence, which are going to be discussed. It remains to be seen what concrete announcements will be made, but in all likelihood, India and the US will be signing a partnership in areas of high technology and corporates, just as we saw on Prime Minister Modi's first day of arrival when he signed certain agreements involving General Electric and Micron. Today, there will be some announcements likely related to high tech, in which Microsoft, Google, Reliance, and the Mahindra Group could potentially be involved.
Much is expected out of those meetings. What exactly transpires is something that we will track and report for you. But this is the latest that we are looking at. But also, there are other factors that are at play when you talk about stronger ties between India and US when it comes to trade relations. If you love those California almonds and you like Washington apples, this is what's in store. The Indian Prime Minister and the American President, they've brought us some good news. Now, India and US, they've decided they're going to settle 6 of their major trade disputes without the intervention of the World Trade Organization. What exactly does it entail? Here's a report again. Sumit Chaturvedi is joining us on this. Sumit, great to have you. And of course, we were looking forward to this report. And obviously, we are looking at developments on the back of now the two countries deciding that they're going to pull out their disputes from the World Trade Organization. Some of these disputes were retaliatory in nature. I understand there were 3 from the Indian side and 3 from the US side. And these disputes are now going to be pulled out. Tell us about the significance of this and what exactly were these disputes in the first place.
So that's a very positive development, and it's one of the biggest outcomes of PM Modi's US visit. Today, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal announced that 6 of these disputes, which were at WTO between both nations, now have been finished. So what happened is that in 2019, US put certain import duties on steel from India's side, keeping national interest in mind. It was up to 25%. In a retaliatory measure, then India put duties on 28 products of US, including almonds, including, as you rightly said, Washington apple, linseed, and a lot of other things. So these items, and that time it was regarded as a one tit-for-tat move by India. They both went to WTO, but now they have decided to mutually end these overall disputes, and that's what is happening. Remember, under the WTO rules, both parties can do it mutually agreed terms on mutually agreed terms, and can later they can inform WTO in Geneva. And also, US is India's largest trading partner. $128 billion of bilateral trade happened, and it is in India's favor because the balance of trade is in favor of India. India exports more to US than what it's imports. So it was clearly in favor of India, and that it was coming, and today decision has been taken. It's one of the biggest outcomes of the PM Modi's US visit, and it's going to further the strengthen ties, trade ties between both countries, and lead to benefit of exporters and importers from both sides.
Sumit, thanks very much for that. That lays the ground for this discussion to follow, to discuss the possibilities now and how much further it strengthens trade ties between India and the US.